All right, people, welcome again. As frustration boils with the Mount Pleasant fans, as you can see, Mount Pleasant still in a dire situation. It is Mobay United 2, Mount Pleasant 2. We saw a game, a match day, where we saw both two teams from the town area going all the way down in the country region of Montego Bay to put on a performance. We see one team in Falkland versus Waterhouse, whereas Waterhouse coming back from behind to secure that 3 points and putting on, I would say, a courageous title push performance from Waterhouse. Then later in the evening, we saw Mount Pleasant FA going up against Montego Bay, Montego Bay going up against Mount Pleasant FA. And I'm telling you, that was a very good encounter. The game ended Montego Bay 2, Mount Pleasant 2. The previous game ended Waterhouse 3 and Falkland 2. Two very good performance from both teams, people. From all four teams, you can clearly see it today. And I have to say, people, if you're just an average football fan, if you don't even enjoy watching local Premier League, I for one, I said these were two very good games. And I have to commend Montego Bay and that performance that we just witnessed. Unfortunately, their captain Weatherly did not turn up with his shooting boots, and Mount Pleasant can clearly take a sigh of relief in this one. Welcome again, people, to MG Sports TV. Glad to have you guys here. Hopefully, you guys are doing good. Please do smash the like button, hit the subscribe button. Is Mount Pleasant in turmoil? Are they in turmoil? Are Mount Pleasant in a dire situation where things are not looking good? The owner was in the stand. You can see Mr. Peter Gold. He wasn't pleased. Even when they scored, I think when he conceded the goal, his reaction remained the same before and even after the goal that they conceded. It seems as if he's now a bit numb to what is happening. And the question is, do you think the owner of the club is pleased? If you were the owner of the club, would you be pleased? Please drop that in the comment section. You'll be really interested to hear what you guys have to say about that particular situation. Please do smash the like button, people. Please, I'm begging you, smash the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you're here for the first time. And if you want me to continue doing this match reaction, I'm not sure, do this match reaction, it's definitely something that I'm quite interested in, people. So please do so. Before I get into details, people, let me give a shout out to our channel members, two channel patrons, Howard Ravan Bennett and Raymond Austin. Bless up to you guys. I really appreciate the support. Also to our channel members, the Military Squad, Original Zilla, Jermaine Swaby, Rose Gold, David Beckham, Feather 5, Black Icon 40, Kyle Wallace from the Reggae Boy Supporters Club, Lee Bell, Marsden Ricketts, Jamil Winter, Rocco Reacts, Devon Hughes, Angelica Rivera, Ari Linkup, and D. Ellis Word. My respect. Give a shout out to our sponsors as well at SAP Sports, people. Big up SAP Sports. You can check them out on IG at SAP Sports 4. So, people, let's get into the details. People. I have a few notes here that I need to discuss, people. Let's first touch on one of the leading goal scorers of the league, Trevante Stewart, people. What are your thoughts? Just drop it in the comment section right now. What are your thoughts at present moment with the leader of the Premier League form? He's the joint leader of the Premier League goal scoring form. It does not seem at this present moment, seems as if he's in the best form at this current moment. We have to ask the question, what is happening? What is really happening with him? Both Trevante Stewart and Colin Anderson. But we're speaking about Mount Pleasant. We're going to specifically keep it in line with Mount Pleasant. What is happening? Opportunities, not timed, poorly timed runs, not getting off some the right accurate shots. I saw he got a few shots. I got one in the 18-yard box. He got one in the 18-yard box, and he literally hit that right outside of the stadium. I maybe hit that down to the direction where the airport was at or located. Maybe that probably jump over by the JFF camp down by Mobay. We don't know. The JDF, my apologies, the soldier camp, the military camp down by Mobay. I don't know what's happening. I would really find out. I'm not sure if they're just trying too hard, but definitely at present moment, it seems as if both strikers are really, really off form. Now let's get into the details, people. Let me tell you, this is now 4 games Mount Pleasant have gone without a win. Is it 4 games have gone without a win? I do believe the last victory was in February. Their last victory in the Premier League was in February, which is not a good look. It's not a good look when you look at the squad that Mount Pleasant has. You will have to say that something has to be wrong when you look at that particular squad. There's no way you can have a squad. Basically, you have Mount Pleasant is the best squad assembled at present moment in the Premier League. They have the most talented players in the Premier League, and the performances does not reflect that. You can say in the early stages of the season, maybe they peak. Maybe you can say that they peaked a bit too early. But in the early stages in the season, they were playing quite good. And you were seeing a lot of individual brilliance during that time period. Now it's the nitty-gritty. Teams are fighting for something. They're digging deep to get something, to get a result. And this is what we're seeing at present moment. For sure, for 100% sure, this is not a good look for Mount Pleasant. I have to say, hats off, congratulations, good performance from Mobay Utd. I have to say they put in a stellar performance. They created chance after chance. They were cutting through the defense of Mount Pleasant like hot knife through butter, like a hot knife through sponge, creating so much opportunities. Look at the both goals that Mobay Utd scored in comparison to the 2 goals that Mount Pleasant scored. There's a vast difference in contrast in those 2 goals. You can see where a bit of luck, even though luck is a part of football, it's a bit of scrambling the 18-yard box to get those goals. And that's just a part of it. That's just a part of it. But most definitely, when you look at the Mobay Utd goal, they were putting the ball on the ground. They were putting Mount Pleasant to the sword. And they were really, really working the ball in the dangerous areas, pushing Mount Pleasant back at their goal. Having Jamaica Utd running at their goal. They were playing real good. Now we have to check in even the starting. We look at the starting level for Mount Pleasant. There's not a level of consistency. A lot of chop and chase. Whereas you see players coming in, players coming out. One of the players coming in tonight who actually rescued the point for them in Sole McCullough was started off on the bench. Maybe they're going for a bit of fresh legs. Who's to tell? But what we're seeing right now, we all can agree that the performance from Mount Pleasant with that particular assembled squad should not be looking like that. They should most definitely be playing a lot better. There was no fight. We didn't see any passion. I'm not going to say the fight. Not passion, no passion. They were physical fight. They were physical fight even to the point where you see red card. But we're talking about players looking hungry, like they wanted to win the game. You can feel a bit of lax, call it a bit of complacency. Maybe that's the case. But you did not see the players putting the ball on the ground, aggressively attacking the goal. But you lack a bit of structure in going forward. So there's a lot of things to discuss. Whereas and how the team, or in regards to how the team look as how it looks, guys, in the comment section, please. Definitely tell us what you think at present moment. We have a few persons in the comment section. Please do smash the like button. Let's get there. El Padrino, big up. Fresh God said top of days at Mount Pleasant are numbered with a question. We're not sure, no, Fresh God. Not sure. It's not that bad so far. No. Let me check. Let me have a look at the table. It's not that bad at this present moment. Point standing. Let's see. They're in 3rd position. They're on 37 points. And they still have a game in hand. But as you can see, they have been slipping. Their last win was against Tivoli Garden on the 26th of February. That's when their last win was against Tivoli Garden on the 26th of February. After that, they faced Cavalier. They drew Cavalier in early parts of March. They lost to Waterhouse. They lost to Moline. And tonight they come and draw. So that's actually 4 games without a win for the past 1 month. We're entering into the 2nd month. That's 4 games without a win. 4 games. And a team of that caliber with these quality players, I don't think that's acceptable. I don't believe that's acceptable. At least one draw, you maybe lost a game, and that's not acceptable. But I'm not sure if it is or number. I won't go as far as to say that. Customer said, nice to see football in Mobay again. Yeah, the fans really, really turn out, and that's a good look. Kingley said, Mount Pleasant is like Arsenal trying to win a UCL title. It's not going to it's not going to happen. Fresh God said, no service to Kasha, but him seems off. The opportunity that he got inside the 18-yard box, and the way I saw him approach that ball and boot that ball outside of the scene, I don't think it's a service problem. I do believe it's more of a confidence problem where that is concerned. South Christ said, Arnett Gordon looked good playing a passing game, staying away from the long ball rubbish. They dominated by playing the ball through the lines. Even that game against Arnett and Chapelton Maroons was a instrumental game in how we should be playing the game in football. A lot of passes, even though the reason why Chapelton Maroons lost that game is because they were vastly more open than of Arnett. Arnett actually closing down the spaces as fast as possible, passing the ball through the lines, which is vacated by Chapelton Maroons. They have so many players who are static. I would say they have a lot of players who, when the team is in position, when they're in position, their rest defense does not have a particular structure. So whenever a player push forward, Arnett to just rip them apart in those particular gaps that are left open. But Arnett is playing some good football, I have to say. Fresh got the same with Colin Anderson. Them farm off. Man, them goals dry up. I'm not like that. True. It's not a good look. South Christ said Mount Pleasant just don't pass the ball enough, nor do they possess the ball as well. Let's say Arnett Garden. Customary Bank said big team always get in the groove when it's coming up to the playoffs. Mount Pleasant imploding, leading to the playoffs again. Yeah, and that's the reason I'm saying, is this a dangerous situation at this present moment, at this point of the season? Is this the wrong time for Tupper and Mount Pleasant to be off form? Is this the wrong time? The other clubs have said, hey, this is the right time because we can take our time and push Mount Pleasant out. But is this the wrong time for Tupper and his boys? Mr. United says Tupper Salt. Fresh God said only Jason Wright, Fabian Reed, Bradford and Nelson on form as strikers right now. And busy. I'm busy, Fresh God. Busy as well. Busy can't stop strike. Score. South Christ said Mobay outpossessed Mount Pleasant and outpassed them as well. Mobay played some good football. McCullough. Fresh God said McCullough was poor them last couple games, so that's why they bench him and start play Murray. I would understand that as well, but look at it, he came on this evening and rescued the point. Fresh God said one Lion. Mr. United said Mount Pleasant at Jamaica, Chelsea. A lot of stars and not performing. Kingley said Mount Pleasant full of stars like expandables. Hey, me I tell you, them full of baller, man. Baller for days. Baller for days. Fresh God said Mount Pleasant have a disconnect when it comes to the midfield and forward line. Defenders are trying to make the final pass too much. I do, and I agree with that. Now, if you realize, alright, so one thing I have to say, Ricardo Morris played a brilliant game. It was really, really good. He tried. You can clearly tell he was trying. Even though he made a lot of mispasses, but I understand because he was the one trying to put the ball in dangerous areas. It was clear that he was trying to put the ball in dangerous areas. Unfortunately, most of it didn't come off. But as I said, the striker for Mobay Allen, he was a thorn in the Mount Pleasant defense. He created so much problem in that Mount Pleasant defense. He was running at them, and at some point, Tope is about 6 foot. Tope is about 7 foot, 9, 10, 12, 13. Tope big people, big, huge. And Allen, not so big, but the height, I'm say Allen had jumped just to challenge, just so that he could challenge for the ball. Maybe this could be one of the first Monday Night Football at Catchinall in Mobay for the Mobay teams. You can look at how Falkland turned out as well. Maybe that could be one of the reason why the Mobay teams that turn out look that good. Look that good. Because they came with an extra Oof. They came for something. They said, hey, we now make them come at our pitch and do it like that. From big public TV, no. The amount of time I've been to town and you guys bash us left, right, and center. Now you're in our place now. We are going to show you how football is played. We're going to show you how we want to play football. So after hats off to Santos and his boys. Kingley said, Mr. United, okay, 7 hog. Mr. United, Mr. Mid-Table Team, Top-Notch said, how Waterhouse match go? Waterhouse won the game 3-2. Good comeback from Waterhouse, I have to say. Southcross said, MG, you saw that Arnett game, bro. It was an encouraging game. I hope to see more teams do like why. Southcross, which game you attack, Southcross? Which one game you ask me see it? Enigma, big up. Tapper can't handle success. What do you mean by that? Tell us what you mean by that, Enigma. Come back in the comment section and tell us what you mean by that. Tommy James said, Mobay a big side. Them just got through a bad time now. And every team has that time. They go through the rebuilding phase. Fresh guy said, busy on a striker. That's why I never mention him. Oh, yeah. Oh, you talk purebred strikers. I think I was just talking forward overall. But you can say, Bradford play most upon the wing, you know. Even though I'm my lone striker. Omar Clark said, Tapper out. Really? D-Slime said fake news. What's fake news? Customer Ibang said Mount Pleasant lack culture. That's a good statement. That's actually a very good statement. Lack culture. Culture. Interesting. But how you build culture though? Customer, how you build culture though? Tell us how you build culture. If you said history is over a time period, but how do you build culture? Is it a winning culture? Is it a mentality culture? How do you build it? And explain further what you mean by a lack culture. Travis, big up. Travis Pessoa said, Travis said, did they match? Were you at the match? Travis said, Dyer is a double back defender. All him do is shoot down. The players give away fouls. Kiss me teeth. Saul Christ said, you see, MG, sometimes it's not about individual football. It's a team game. Agree, Mobay played a better team game than Mount Pleasant. Mount Pleasant look a lot more some individualism thing. You can see that. When you get to the Maro, you see Maro trying something. Then you get to Ricardo trying something. You get to Kasha trying something. It look a bit more individualized. Lowe said Mount Pleasant now make top 6. No man, I do think, listen, there's a few games ago, I do believe that Mount Pleasant kinda is in the good, then kinda in the good zone. They're in the good zone, so I'm not gonna say that. And remember, they have a game in hand, and they can go back on a winning form. Because, no, remember, despite we might say that they're not really playing as a team, when you look at the quality that they have in the team, people, they have an abundance of quality players. If one, as just mentioned, Murray coming on for Sole McCullough. Quality. So benching one quality, bringing on one quality. They're actually using 2 left backs in Sigri and Campbell and Kimani Campbell. Quality as well. Midfield, Ricardo, quality. Alwyn Harvey, Kasha. They had so much quality players on the pitch. They have so much in comparison. People like Premier League what here. In comparison to Premier League, they definitely can get results because individual brilliance can take them over the line every now and then. Fresh guys said Bradford start play striker this season, but him drift out the wings at times. Yeah, that's why. That's most I go let me see my come in rather than like play centrally. You know, like it. That's like let me tell you who Missy play striker. And they can see most and goal him score them. Most of his goals are definitely a striker-like goal. Stephen Barnett at Dumby in most of Barnett goals them are striker-like goal in the mold of a striker. Big up Norman. Big up. Tina Marshall said Tapper out. How much somebody said Tapper out? I walk one. How much somebody said Tapper out? I walk one. Travis said only when Tapper win him won the interview. Me don't know Travis. Why you say that? Travis? Why I say that? Travis said all them players gone to Mount Pleasant for money, not more. The new players but bring nothing to the team. Alright, so people, there's a poll going on in the comment section. January poll 50, I mean only 26 likes. People now participate in that poll and now hit the likes. This is what is Mount Pleasant in a crisis? This is what the question said. Is Mount Pleasant in a crisis? So far, 47 of you said yes, they are. 29 said no, just a bad patch. 29%, these are percentiles. 2 minute chop and change said 8%. And 16% said players not hungry enough. So that's actually a very interesting. That's actually an interesting take. First God said them a play the game in hand on Thursday versus Portmore. That's when I wish what to play. Whatever play Mount Pleasant or to play over Portmore. Because that's going to be interesting. That's going to be really, really interesting. That's going to be interesting. Mr. United, I agree, Tina. Enigma said, even when he was at Reggae Boys team, you can see after a couple matches and all look good. When the media or the fans start talk, all start to break down. I think Tapa will never win the Premier League. Listen, for me, I can't say that. I can't say that because football is round and anything can happen. So I can't say that. And they do have the team of quality players to get the job done. So I can't say that. For me, I can't say that. That would be really hypocritical of me to say that. I can't look at a team, the best, the most talented assembled team in the Premier League, and to say that they won't win the league. I can't say that. I can't say that. That come like that tough. Travis said Bradford is a quality player from Boys Town. Introduce him to Jamaica Premier League football. Customary Bank said culture meaning the hunger to win titles for Mount Pleasant. Their stars aren't local boys. The players lack connection with the club. Yeah, but look at it. Football is a business, right? Work. They're all working. Them are working. So it's not a sense of they should be homegrown boys like Campbell, who's from the Mount Pleasant Academy coming right through. You won't really find everyone of that sense. You won't find that. Not many teams you'll find that from as well. Not many teams. But they're all working. It's just coming to work for them on a daily basis. Winning titles though, they do have players like Solomon McCall in the team, who was a title winner with Portmore United. They do have players in the team who have won titles before. But I do believe that it could be deeper than that. It could be deeper than that. First God said, yeah, true. Barnett on farm too as a striker. Nigma said Tapa will be the first coach to get sacked next season. That's tough, you know, man. Customer said they are in crisis, an identity crisis. Tina Marshall said, I want to go see Tapa I go coach. I went in to go see Tapa and a coach. But Tina, you come here, you tap Tina what? Yeah, be Tapa bad na Tina. Low said Thursday. Them playing jungle and Sunday. So so hold on. So them have Arnett, then them have Portmore, then Arnett. A Portmore United who is in good form. Then a Arnett will fly. Hold on, let me check it, people. Let me check it. That sound rough, man. That's sound rough. Me I tell you the truth. That sound rough. Let me check it. Sunday. Whoa! No, okay. So it look like. Okay. So I'm seeing in the game. It's a Mount Pleasant home game. Not sure if that could play done by Arnett. So it could be the double header. So more than likely we might see the double header of Waterhouse, Harbourview, and Arnett, Mount Pleasant. That would be a good double header. No, that's not the double header. So the double header is. So Waterhouse plays 7:30. Waterhouse playing 7:30. So that's okay. So the double header. So that is Waterhouse home game. So the double header is actually Malines versus Falkland and Mount Pleasant versus Arnett. So depends on where they're going to play that game. As I said on a jungle, it's interesting. But me not see the Portmore game. Them not show me the Portmore game. And then who Mount Pleasant? They will play against Veer after. So them kind of they're actually in a good position. I'm saying as a top, no Tapa will get sacked this season. Dr. Joyful said Tapa must be sacked. Dr. Joyful said Travis Pessoy, why pre? Low said Jungle and Pleasant for Sunday. Arnett, blouse and skirt. Okay, so it's confirmed. Done by Arnett. Whee! Jay. South Christ said Arnett going to kick off Mount Pleasant face when them catch them. Fresh guy said down at Jacks. Is it down at Jacks? I'm not sure. So both games are played down at Jacks. Lord, that we play at JC. Travis said, Soulcry, you sure Arnett to go kill them? Shatter Clive said, Mobay is a good side. Don't sleep on the youth. Yeah, but Mobay have this season, can clear say that this season is not Mobay United season. It's obvious that this season is not Mobay United season. But, what we saw from them tonight against Mount Pleasant, it shows that in the early part of the season, just a bit of inconsistency or maybe lack of proper coaching could be the case. And that's why the reason why Dookie probably just they part ways. So, Powell not going to really say when he think not look good, it'll be evident. But a coach coming now who actually, the players, the team is actually playing some football. As I said now, the amount of time that Mobay United rip Mount Pleasant apart, pull them apart, create space, create chances. Unfortunately, as I said, the captain himself, Weatherly, probably beat himself right now. He got so much chance, he just left his shooting boot. Weatherly left his shooting boot. Travis said Portmore is the rescheduled game versus Mount Pleasant on Thursday at Ferdinand Park. So that is going to be a good game, people. Thursday at Ferdinand Park. Let me tell you something. Marshall, Walker, Walsh, these guys are in good form. Knight, Austin is there as well. These guys are in really, really good form. Gonna be interesting. Gonna be really, really interesting. Tina Marshall said, I be a yam. I be a yam. I be a yam. Tabago plan. Hey, Tina, Tina. Stop beat Tapper like that, man. You beat Tapper too bad, man. Soul Christ, the champion, sorry. Yes, bro, Arnett is playing higher level football. Arnett play some good football, I swear. Fresh God said, Customary Banks, yeah, man, them on farm. Travis said, Dookie is too defensive for a coach. Me no rate that. Travis said, yes, Soul Cry, bro. Arnett, me support. Chishana, big up Chishana, my go on, my respect. Dookie, lock. Stick to. Let me say that really good. Stick to TVNS. So I'm not stick to one team. He's not consistent then. Basically, he's not consistent with the team that he's at and also with his team selection. Basically, not stick to in club and not stick to team selection. So I'm not stick none at all, Trishana. He's not stick. Why? Hey, alright, so two female in the comment section. Tina and Shishana. And them a beat up a bad. Well, Trishana not really beat up still, yeah. No, not Tapper. Trishana come now with beating for Dookie, and Tina not beat Tapper. From the start, I show Tina beat Tapper. But say go still. Low said Mount Pleasant can't beat we. Dr. Joyful said Tapper must go plant. You say United Tapper need a him figure beer and cream soda. Hey, Mr. United, what did you tell people? What did you tell people? Travis said, Trish, Dookie, speaky spokey too much. Dr. Elvis said, no coach, no coach in Jamaica. Come on, bro. Come on, Dr. Joyful. At the end of the day, we have to play football in Jamaica, though. Even if no ball in there, we still have to play football in Jamaica. What you trying to say? All if we not no ball, we still have to play football. Jamaica is not a replace TV. Ooh, that in the bad. This is just Mount Pleasant. They don't do well this time of the season. No, historically, this is where they fade. Historically, this is where they fade. And it is natural that Mount Pleasant always have some of the most talented players. So, what is the problem? Where is the problem? South Christ said if Tapper was a coach that at any pedigree, he would bring out more from the Mount Pleasant team with all the resources and top talent that is at the academy. Trishana said, do you disagree? No, I'm not disagree. Dookie is not a coach that really stay at a club. And also, in starting 11, kind of not that consistent. So, yeah, I would actually agree with you. Let me see if I can find back the word you say. Even though I can't say it. Yeah. Stick to TVNS. Stick to TVNS. Yeah. Law said Mount Pleasant is just good starting team. now finish well. South Christ said, Trishana, big up Empress. Customer said, if a team wins, nobody will complain. If you are losing, your football ugly. That is just the nature of the sport, customer. That is the nature of the sport. Football, first of all, is a result-based business. It's a result-based business. Let me give you a perfect example. Last season, right up to the playoffs, before we reach the playoffs, the best team in the league was Waterhouse. Did they win the league? No, they didn't. They actually didn't. They were the most consistent team right throughout the season. And they did win it. Omar Clark said, Dookie, a good coach, one of the best. And then, yeah, now I disagree with that. But I do believe that the modern style of football, which is more attacking, you can see a lot of persons, even players complain about it, that you can't be that defensive and expect to win games. Players, even players discuss it, that you can't be that defensive and expect to win games. It won't work. Shishana said, no chemistry with Pleasant team. In the early part of the video, I started by saying a lot of individuals rather than individual player rather than team. It's more of an individual team. Not individual team. It's more of a game of individuals than a team game. Based off of how them play. Dr. Joyful said, coach, them need education. Mount Pleasant soon close down because them not selling one footballer nowhere under Tapper. Mr. United said, Eagle, you and Tapper go same basic primary and high school. Jano. D. Kelly said, Mount Pleasant don't play creative football. They are too predictable. My apologies. Mr. United said, Eagle, just read that. Low said they need to deal with the fixture quicker with correct location. League not running good. No, man, something I look on, man. I wanted the app them, but the app wouldn't get it as yet. So I'm not sure why that is so. But everything is actually on the app. Like, let me show you. We can't tell a matches are going to play down to just pick a date. Tuesday the 2nd of May, we have Veer United versus Falkland at 10 a.m. Not sure why that shows at 10 a.m. That's strange. Monday, May the 1st, Chapelton versus Dumboli 7:30. Sunday, so this awesome. Maybe that's one of the rescheduled games. Sunday the 7th of May, all games will be played at 3 p.m. Every game will be played at 3 p.m. Saturday Crest Show, big up Saturday Crest Show. Mr. N said, Duke, if he turn team manager, too old in his belief. The same thing Trishana was speaking about. Stick to one style and now move from it. When we reach, Travis said, Omar Clark, what has he won? The national club level of Jamaica football. South Christ said, Travis, that's a big problem. They don't trust the academy youths. Customer said, that's my point. When we reach customer, that's my point. Where's that? Yeah, that's my point. Football fans react and them memory short. That's how you go. That is how it is. We memory short bad. So let me give you a perfect example. We were going for a player named Michaela Music. He's not currently at Chelsea. When we were going for him, we thought that this guy would be the truth. We believe that he would be the truth. He would take us places. And looking at his performance at Chelsea right now, I'm like, sure. Never remember that. But just a few months ago, we were crying to get this guy in. But that is football. That is just football. Jamaica is not a replacement. We need your team of the week. Me not dropping yet, man. Team of the week today. Come on, man. Give me some time, man. Because I have to rewatch some of the game, them. Man. So you have to give me some time. Me not rewatch some of the games, them yet. Dr. Driver said, why Tapper never take JFF money and go Europe and go get a FIFA Pro badge? I don't know, Dr. Joyful. You have to go ask Tapper that. John Polo, big up. Low said, yeah, me see it, but the location and time off. Okay. Fresh God said 10:30 at the Hudson. Them That's what the app say. So this app probably not get the accurate time for them that the game there as yet. So maybe. MG, can you send a link for the app? No, a 365 score. A score 365? Is it score 365? Yeah, it's me use score 365. Or 365 score. I also use the better one I would say is Flash Score. Because with Flash Score, we can get even leading goal scorers, assists. I think we can get the assists. Let me see if we can get the assists. We can get those something. We can get them, the leading goal scorer and assists and them stuff there. So I'm looking on the standings, result. Look on the standing, top scorers. Yeah, we can see the top scorers now. Why did I say? I didn't understand. Yeah, so you get a more detail something on it. So let me see. Yeah, with 364, you get a lot more details. Soul Cry said, Fresh God, okay, bro. Dr. Joyful, Travis Spencer, him not deserve a cent. Jamaica said, MG Marshall and Walker makes Portmore a completely different team. I agree. Listen, people, hey, Marshall is on a piece of farm. Marshall and Walker, they're on such a good form right now. And I'm expecting good things from Portmore. I do believe that if Portmore continue on the same trajectory, they might creep into the top 6. They might creep into the top 6 if they continue. So we have 3 more minutes. We only can go 3 more minutes, people. My sincere apologies. Only can go 3 more minutes. JJ said Pleasant needs someone that can mend all the individual stars into one team. Sometimes too much solo talent can be a problem. True. You can imagine a dressing room with base top stars, team now win, and everybody will feel like them supposed to play. That's a toxic. That would be a toxic dressing room to be in. I don't think Mount Pleasant is at that level as yet. I don't think so. Because they are still in a good position on the table. Just a bad day in the office. Travis said, Dr. Joyful, you can't tell a man what he wants to do with his sporting life, bro. True. Let me see. Realist Cav said, Mount Pleasant ain't good enough. Tapa gonna get sacked soon. Jeez. Hey, hey, when they are much at the end of it, I tell you, man, over Watos versus Mount Pleasant, where Watos defeated Mount Pleasant with 10 players. 10 players Watos who are defeated Mount Pleasant. The same one Romeo Blake get man I match. Because I mean I tell you say in that game I tell you say they cut the fans and cost top of your cost top of your effort. Dr. Joyful said military makes it better from you because they support Arsenal, not supporting. But Dr. Joyful, I have no control over certain things. What I have control over, I can make decisions in that. But as I said, Dr. Joyful, I don't really know which we are talking about. I don't really know what specific that comment is aiming towards. Soul Cry said, big up military, big up yourself. Great show tonight. Love the topic, just not long enough tonight. No, it's just come on after 10, no man. Soul Cry after 10, no. Casimir said the people in the comments who want every team to play the same way are the same people who say La Liga born. That's the result. Zero tactical diversity. I understand. That's a very good point. You won't find a league where all the teams play the same. You'll never. Even in La Liga, not all the teams play the same. Because Real Madrid don't play nothing like Barcelona. Real Madrid don't play nothing like Barcelona. Real Madrid don't necessarily need a coach who is tactically inept. Because they have so much talented ballers, the ballers can come together and play some ball because of the level ballers, the quality. But a team like Barcelona, who depend upon being tactically astute, technically astute, they definitely Dr. Javelin, they definitely need coaches who are in that line. They will need coaches who are in that line. But you won't find a league where all the teams play the same. Customer said, Travis said military look like he support Watos in the JPL. No, I know, so I Portmore support though. I'm actually a Portmore United fan. I'm a Portmore United fan. BM said, MG, you see who is the coach of Mount Pleasant enough said. Dr. Travis said, military, you have control over what you support. Leave the foolish alone. And London, we settle. Which part of London? Because remember say you have Chelsea in London, Tottenham in London, Fulham in London, Crystal Palace, who else? Who may I miss? A whole London team today. So said, Casimir Banks, there are some basics in football that every good team must be able to do. Agree. Tell me when the coach get more top players. Tell me when the coach get more top players from England. Which coach? What about? Wait about Dr. Joyful. Me don't know what about. Me don't know what about. Chishana said, no need to sack Tapper yet. But they have to find and settle. They have to settle down and find some form of consistency like they did before February. Now, this is the thing, now, Chishana. Mount Pleasant are known at this point of the season to start box shuffle. They're very, very familiar with that. Are famous for that. Where when you reach down to the nitty gritty, it's a button toe. It's a shake. So, is this more of a psychological thing rather than a coaching thing? Is it more of a psychological thing rather than a coaching thing? Cedan Thompson said one Waterhouse. Anthony Fletcher said Arsenal in London. Brentford in London. Is it a whole part team in London, man? So you have to talk about which part of London. Chevy said Carl Brown 2-2 final score. Fresh God said 2-2. Dr. Driver said I'm talking the Reggae Boys coach going to English to scout players this month. Oh no, come on, Dr. Joyful, man. That at this month not happening yet, man. When that happen, Dr. Joyful, we can discuss it. We're discussing. We just watch a JPL game, and that's what we're discussing. So I'm sure improvement delete him. Comment. Fresh God said psychological thing now because them have players who have been there and done that. But I agree. But remember, say it's not just one individual player. It has to be a collective understanding of what is needed at this point of the league. Because they have always had players who have won the league before. They have always had players who have been even to the finals of the knockout stages. But why is it that they can't cross the line? Under different coaches, numerous different coaches, they just can't cross the line. Dr. said, you don't watch JPL can't manage drama. Oh, come on, Dr. Joyful. This is actually a JPL show. Dr. Joyful. Travis said, Dr. Joyful, whole of England players with Jamaica heritage can't play for us. Customer said, Ibanks, not talking about the basic skills, but everyone wants a possession-based approach. Listen, Mourinho don't play possession-based football, yeah? Conte don't play possession-based football. You have a whole coach, Diego Simone don't play, and these guys are serial winners. See, and they don't play possession-based football. Possession-based football is not the only way of winning a game. It's not. It is not. It's not the only way of winning football. Spain play possession-based football. And when last we see Spain really dominate some at the international level. When last? 1 or 2 times, agree. Cedan Thompson, somebody also says star players don't win matches and championship. Really? South said if Tapper can't use the Mount Pleasant team to win the JPL, how could he qualify the nation team for the World Cup? Different case, different something, man. You have to remember saying that this is actually a long, elongated thing. Coaching at the international level is totally different from coaching in the league. Totally different. Chishana said, yeah, but the team have plenty dumb beholding players that were finalists last year. The mentality must be different. 4 or 5 of them. 4 or 5 of them. And boy, yeah, that's a very, very good point, you know. Fresh God and Trishan now bring up some good point. But that's what I say, it can't be. So alright, so we take us. So we throw the mentality out of the way. Let's use elimination process. It's not a mentality thing. We throw that out of the way. It's not a quality thing. That's the first thing I got through the door. That's the first aspect going through the door. It can't be quality. They have the best setup. They have the best set of players. It's not a nutrition thing. We throw that out the door. Because the players are well fed, well taken care of. It's not a housing thing, it's not a pay thing, because the players are well paid based off reasonable sources or reliable sources inform us that the players are well paid. So that's what you do. So that should pay, psychological, technical ability, quality. So the only thing left is, what are the coaches? What is it that the coaches are doing? So remember, no, it's not just Tapa. What about the Wally Downs and all these previous coaches who have coached Mount Pleasant and the same situation reoccur? What about that? So even if we throw everything at the coach foot. So someone said in the comment section earlier that culture is a big part, and I would agree. I would agree that culture is also a big part. It's a factor. It is a factor. Dr. Joyful said, oh, comments are move fast, man. Comments are move fast. When we reach. Okay, where do I reach? Oh, Realist Cop said Mount Pleasant mentality weak, still room for improvement. Mr. United, they need to fix that field in Mobay. I think that's one of the reasons why they start playing games here, to raise some funds, to gather some funds, so starting about the facility. Jamal McNabb said Mobay soft, Mount Pleasant to the nation. Oh, Mobay soft, Mount Pleasant to the nation. Top of any team you coach can't come to nothing good. Top of a good team, but you can't give. All right, so I'm not gonna read the last part. I can't. So my apologies, Jamar, but I can't read the last part. I won't be disrespectful. Top of my rate, top of my baller. Top of my baller. So me not gonna, because angry fans make me disrespect him. Top of my baller. Dr. Joyful said, oh, Tapa get this Mount Pleasant job. Come on, man. Man coach a national team. Fresh God says Shandy James was in the playoffs with Arnett last year too. Hey, Shandy James a bad baller, and a Fresh God. Surprised me not say Shandy James. I don't know. Matters Shandy people who don't know, find out who named Shandy James. When Cephas leave Arnett and Shandy James step in. Even though Cephas at that point in time, Cephas in a fly. But Shandy James, me I tell a man, bad baller. Bad baller, people. I mean, surprised I'm not see me yet at Mount Pleasant. But we can't tell her. Look, the season almost ended, and we still haven't seen even the likes of Aldridge, Makwan Aldridge, who was a regular starter at Mullines. Chishana said, Mr. United, the field is low sand and mud. I would leave with my team if I reach and see conditions because of what I Fresh guy said, CM as Kimani Campbell, Mr. United said, Dr. Joyful, you love too much drama. South Cry said, MG, those teams you say don't play possession-based football. I can tell you that. They keep the ball when it's necessary. You don't win the ball off them just like that. Dr. Joyful said, the Mount Pleasant team don't plan to go anywhere. That's why they hire Tapa. Mr. United said, it muddy like a pig pen. Stefan Ryan said, Mount Pleasant. I see a lot of players sliding. True, that's a lot of players slipping and sliding all over the pitch. You'd have to wonder. Stefan Ryan said, Mount Pleasant and the players need to just refocus and find another gear. It's down to the business end of the season. No. It could be that them peak too early. Could say that. Customer said, personally, I like an organized team with quick transition style, not rigid in their approach, that is tactically flexible. That's a lot of people say they love. That's a lot of people love how Arnett play. Arnett is kind of, I think Arnett, the two most tactically flexible team in the Premier League, I would say is Arnett and Cavaliers. And the reason I say that is this, right? Flexibility. You see Cavaliers playing against a team, that's good, and they play defensive. Low block, smash and grab, boom. Then you're playing the next team next week, high possession base, good, compact, possession-based football, win the game. Then the next week, transition football. Straight pace, power, quick transition, boom, and then still get the result. So, not many teams can really play them three style. Dr. Joyful said, I'm rich. Mr. United, wait until next season. You don't have place in this show. Who beat Man And easy, you know. EDB EDB Travel said, here say the man them sex and and party too much. And they take the game serious. Yes, they're doing illicit activities. Well, the average, they're socially active when they're with their female counterparts. And they might be going out and party, but I'm not sure. I'm not gonna say they don't take the game serious. I do believe that they take it serious. Hopefully they take it serious. Mr. United, it's a tougher thing. Even Jamaica new coach visit and sometimes all the thing about them comments there. I want to think about the comments there. Like what got your brain? Like how it come up? How your brain run to? How you think about that? So me go read the commenter. It's a tougher thing. Even Jamaica new coach visit Annie Palmer before Tapa. Tell me now. Mr. United, where, when, how you find the capacity? Where the cognitive thought that come from? Where? Yeah, boy, I tell you. When we reach, Dr. Job said, Milton, we're going to stone of the show. How you give top ratings? Trishana said, so MG, I'll just go pleasant to play or make money. I personally believe that he went there to play. I can't deny that. I believe that he went there to play. Unfortunately, I can't say I've seen Aldridge. Maybe someone have seen him already, but for me personally, I haven't since he has been to Mount Pleasant. I haven't seen him gotten an appearance as yet. I haven't seen it, and I don't know why. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know, but for me, I haven't seen it. I'm hoping that because the players are highly rated. He's a youngster. I'm averaging about 18 or 19. The players are highly rated, man. So me not go see a money, Trishana. I do know that I believe a football. I can say it's a football thing. Me not go see a money. Right now, me just feel a swelling because I play some ball yesterday, man. I feel a swelling now. Me have to leave the football thing. I can say football on for me. Travis said, Fresh God said, Shandy play a couple games, but him not really turn up for a Mount Pleasant yet. I mean, I see him. I haven't seen him, honestly. Maybe me not watch enough. Travis said, Mr. United, go tell Duty. That good thing that me said Duty a while. So luckily, me said Duty a while ago, Travis. Me not gonna read that. Dr. Travis said, Travis Person, I tell you people them say, we need road. Yes, you don't know. Customer said, Customer said, I think that it's a tactical rigidity that is catching up on Mount Pleasant. That's an interesting take. Realist Cap said Clovis De Oliveira will get Mount Pleasant job for next season. Tapa will be sacked. But many can also say in a realist that Clovis Chapelton has struggled. So why would you give it to a coach who find it difficult to push his team up? Even though Chapelton plays some good football, I have to be honest. Travis said fans come out at the ball of them personal life. Good gosh, man. Trishana said, MG, me talk to you about the players, them lifestyle. Yeah, I true that Trishana, we have a long, me and Trishana reason for about an hour. We do at the JFF office. About an hour. About the ball and lifestyle. How them and live, how them take football serious, and all these little smaller aspects of football, which affects them. And you know, I'm gonna do a video on it. Mr. N said the real Realist Cap said what a wrong decision by Aldridge to go Mount Pleasant. Mr. N said, man, them find it, Travis. You know where Clarks. Dr. Jaffa said if Jamaica coaches were educated, we would be shipping out hundreds of players each season all over the world. It's not easy like that, no, Dr. Jaffa, because at the end of the day, if that is the case, how you not hear say hundreds of players I leave USA, hundreds of players I leave other places. No, that's easy. It's not that easy. We're not big like that. We have hundreds of players. We do have players leaving. We have a lot of players. The amount of players we know right now I leave a go on Charles. whole heap of players, me know I leave a couple on Charles outside and Charles outside. I even I got smaller clubs to kickstart them career. Travis said Aldridge a fool. Make Davian Ferguson stop him up to left, more lines to go on Mount Pleasant. Travis, are you saying I don't know? I mean, I will call you a fool. I won't call him a fool. He made a decision. That's his personal decision. So I can't say that. He's a fool for that. I won't say that. But if you think so, no problem at all. But I won't call him. I won't say that. Fresh guy said we don't see Matthew Ellis yet. Oh, Matthew. I'm not sure if Matthew going to play first team for now. No. Because if Aldridge and Manu play World Cup Football Premier League before that, and him hardly get a look in, Shandy James hardly get a look in. It's tough. It's tough, man. It's tough. Customer said we have an epidemic of unprofessional mindset from our players. I think they are waiting on overseas contract to implement the discipline needed to take Jamaica football to the next level. That's a very good. Let me take a picture. Hey, customer, you drop some bombs in the night, man. Let me take a picture of this. I'm gonna do one program on this. Hopefully, me remember. Hopefully, you drop some bomb in the customer. Number one bad, they said Mount Pleasant crumbling just before playoffs. Dr. Joyful said military, apart from Brazil, Jamaica have the next biggest talent pool to turn out of players each season. Apart from Brazil? Really? Really? So we are say. Really? Really, Dr. Joyful? So I'm to the Colombia, I'm to them, the Panama, I'm to them country there. Fresh God is asking a question if tap on the young players. I don't know, you know. I don't know. We saw Devante Campbell coming out, so you can put him in the category of young player. Customer said unless the players take the league seriously, they won't buy our players. The clubs won't make any money to reinvest to find the next gem. Fresh God said nothing no go so. Norman said that's not true, Dr. Joyful. Military need a new phone. What you talk about? Me have a good phone, man. My phone good, man. All phone, but both, man. Once time me call and take call. Me go do it. Alright, so people, you know, like me tell me I close off. I have to go close off now, people. My sincere apologies. And you can imagine, maybe how long. We're gone over almost 1,000 views. And only 50 likes. Only 50 likes. I'm going to close off the poll right now. Let me end the poll. And this is what the poll said, people. Travis said money is not all to win you trophies. Example, Mount Pleasant, a lot of money. Exactly, yeah, that's it. Fresh guy said, man, them say you have Samsung a video upon. Yeah. Me I tell a Fresh guy, cheap Samsung though. Cheap Samsung, Fresh guy. Both your friend. Can you imagine? You much match me video the cheap music, cheap Samsung and video. So me gonna finish that. This is what the poll said. Is Mount Pleasant in a crisis? 42% out of a total of 87 votes, 42% said yes they are. 29% said no, just a bad patch. 19% said players not hungry enough. And 8% said too many chop and changes. Too many chop and changes. Alright, so I would understand where everyone take is on that. For me, I'm not sure they're in a crisis. I don't think they're in a crisis. I do believe that in the start of the season, Mount Pleasant was basically running away. They now a little blip, which is natural. It's natural in any footballing season to at least buck up on a blips. So all you have to do is reprogram and come back again. It's just a little blip. I say go. But I do think that they're in a little blip. Where trouble or crisis is concerned, they are very close, you know. It's a thin line between a blip and a crisis. Very, very thin line. Really, really thin line. Anyways, people, smash the like button, people. Hit the subscribe button if you're here for the first time. I want to say thank you very much, people, for taking the time out. This is 1 hour out of your time. 1 hour on the dot out of your time. 1 hour. And I will say thank you very much for tuning in, people. I'll see you guys tomorrow, people. I'll be home tomorrow, so I'm going to try to see if I can start the team my week and drop it tomorrow. I have to go because I have to go finish watching my match. So probably tomorrow, either tomorrow evening, Wednesday I'll be unavailable because I have work the entire day Wednesday. Entire day. So here we go on, people. Massive respect, people. Big up, and I hope to see you guys again. Take care, people. Enjoy yourself. Have a good night. Have a good night's sleep, people. Wrap up, cuddle up. And MG Sports TV, people. Like, share, and subscribe if you're here for the first time. Big up, we're out. Hey, people, you know, so we're close to 27,000 subscribers. Share the video, people. Share the video so people can know what I'm going. We're out. Boom. Don't make Tapa get TV. Because we don't want Tapa concuss, you know? Anyways, share the video, people.